Welcome back to a new video. So this is the second day of the third week. So instead of starting out with the snatch push presses, I decided to start out with squats since I was theorizing that the intensity that I was able to get to on the snatch push presses was actually causing my back squats to drop slightly. So not really in a dramatic way, like I'd be able to work up to 200 kilograms, but I wasn't comfortable or didn't feel like I was strong enough to do it for multiple reps. And you'll see here, once I jump from the normal 170 to 200, that I was able to do this for a set of 5. So I think that theory does have some validity to it, and I feel like I've done 200 for a set of 5 before, so I don't necessarily want to call this a PR, but it's certainly very strong from any context of my training at any point. In theory, I think it would be a really good long-term goal to be able to get to 200 220 for a set of 5, if that would ever be possible. Certainly we need to get a lot stronger from here, because as you see, I'm kind of not necessarily grinding through these reps, but I'm not connected with all of them. I'm kind of having to mentally gather myself before all the reps that I did. I did bump the camera, so it is zoomed up for this clip and the next one. It's not an editing error. I just accidentally zoomed in on the camera. I suppose I could probably zoom it out, but I have black bars on the side, and it's just the drop sets. So after the 200 for 5, I dropped down to this 120 for 5 because I took a very long break before I squatted again. Then went back up to 170 for this set of 5. And that was it that I did, because I didn't want to do more volume than that. That's kind of the general idea of these 4 weeks, is the intensity increases even though I'm still doing repetitions, but the amount of total sets that I'm doing are decreasing, as far as a general thumb. And it was kind of a reward for doing the 200. For my goal was to do it for more than a single rep, and doing it for a set of 5 I was very happy with, and it not being like a crazy, it was difficult, but it wasn't a maximum lift, like the hardest lift ever. But after the back squats, I started to do some snatch push presses, and I could immediately tell, even with the 70, that I was like, these are feeling horrendous. And it wasn't so much actually the pressing up and holding it up there, it was the re-racking. And I did one rep here with 100, and I said, yeah, I am not doing these. I didn't even want to do more with 100. So then I changed the exercise to doing some just behind the neck pressing, and these actually felt really good. So I'll probably keep these in instead of doing snatch push presses, just because you're obviously not re-racking it down there, but I almost felt like it was stretching out my shoulder in a really nice way. So I think it will be a good movement for me to do, just to directly work on that shoulder, but also just kind of feel it out without stressing out just everything by re-racking the weights there. I think I've successfully gone too heavy in the snatch push press, in the sense that it will start to impact other exercises I do on that day. I theorize also that in the beginning of the first week, or the first 2, that it didn't really impact my squats at all, simply because of the fact that the actual intensity of the weight wasn't high enough to where re-racking it was a strenuous thing to do. But now, getting up to 130, 135, it is enough to kind of at least fatigue me a little bit. So it's something to keep in mind for the next 4-week block. This probably won't be the thing I'll do every strength day, but it could be something that maybe on one of the days it's just regular snatch pushes, or pressing, and the other days maybe push presses or a snatch balance or something. So there's going to be some fluctuations with that. Obviously, back squats and front squats, a lot of stuff is just going to stay the same because it's working and it's feeling good. But this exercise, or this category of exercises, could certainly be adapted in the next 4 weeks, and that's why it's nice to kind of have a shorter, repeating 4-week block, is you can make those adjustments and not have it be something that you're committing yourself to for 10 weeks or whatever. And obviously, even if you're doing a long program like that, you can make those adjustments during it, but it's nice because I can just reset and just go back to square one, be like, all right, I'm going to do snatch balances, and then it goes back to week 1, and then it's a lighter weight in general, so then you can build into it and not have to worry about switching it mid 4 weeks if you don't really want to, at least in my case. But after doing a couple sets with 40 kilos, which was a pretty good weight, I definitely could have done a little bit more, but it was just feeling good to have a lighter weight and just kind of going through that range of motion. And almost, it's hard to say because it wasn't necessarily a stretch, but just feeling my shoulders out. So it definitely felt good to do this weight. So I didn't want to increase from there, and just wanted to kind of move through and kind of just stretch my shoulder, I suppose. But after this, I did some clean deadlifts / clean pulls that turned into a regular deadlift. So I took smaller jumps today because I was doing them, if you notice, without straps. So just a hook grip, and they really do hurt. Above 120, 160, they don't bother me at all. Those are weights I've cleaned before, so it's not a weight that's really that strenuous. But even this 200, I was feeling a little bit, but 200 is still really light for any kind of pull that I'm doing. This 240 is definitely feeling actually more in my right thumb than my left thumb, which is interesting. But you can see the speed is still good. It's just not fun to hold on my thumbs, but it's something I'm just trying to build a tolerance towards. I think it'd be nice, or I think it'd be just cool to do a heavy deadlift with a hook grip, just to maybe get up to what my previous max are, to get up to 300 with a hook grip. That's really it. There's not really a big training benefit other than that. I suppose it will build some strength in my hands and thumbs, particularly for any weights that I'm doing, but I don't necessarily think that I need any more of that strength. I've never had an issue with grip for any weightlifting movements. But you know, it's just something, just like a side project, I suppose. But that's going to be it for this one. So, a really productive workout. Very happy with that set of 5. Very good progress on the back squat over these couple weeks, and hopefully, I can just keep building upon that in subsequent sessions. But I'll talk to you all the next one, and I hope you all have a great day. Peace.